All right, guys. Uh, I'm making 2 videos a day now. You know, uh, 'cause I think in my other video I didn't cover some stuff, and but lately I think there are certain type of people that I realized that I could not work with, and there are other people who genuinely making efforts that you know should get the support. For example, there's this Amhara guy who is making videos. Uh, his videos are way better than mine, guys, because he has like daily current. Uh, he's up to date, as far as what's going on in Ethiopia right now and what goes on with the community, Amhara community, and the displacement of people. What's happening to them, what Abiy Ahmed is doing to them. Uh, so I really enjoyed his videos, although I'm aware of what's going on, but he made a good genuine effort, and so I will put a link of one of his videos below mine, and you can subscribe to his thing. I think he should be supported, honestly. But by saying so, I also think that we should do more than talking. Okay? So I think it's more than, we should do more than having followers, and our aim should not have to be how many followers we have on YouTube. Or honestly, I don't care. If you follow me, don't follow me, don't subscribe. It doesn't matter, because I'm gonna keep making these videos no matter what. I'm doing it for me. Okay, so I know that one day if I die or something like that, I know I shared my views. My views are out there for you to look at. And what should you care about my views? You can say that, but your that's your option. You could either say, hey, I don't care about his views, the hell with this guy anyway. Or you can say, oh, let me listen to what he has to say. That's it. So you have an option. Of course, there's many other options. You could change channels. Like, Mike Tyson, one time he was being interviewed by Channel 4, I think it was. And the guy said, and Mike Tyson said, you don't like what I have to say? Switch channels. So exactly, So if you really don't like what I'm saying, that's all right. You can't agree on it's always going to be disagreement, and definitely my videos are usually absolutely not what you want to hear, and they're purposefully made for that reason, to not only annoy you, but annoy you and tell you the truth at the same time. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be known for, actually. I want to tell you the truth that you don't want to deal with. All right? And because a lot of times people don't like truth. Truth is just truth is either prison to the liar. So if you're a liar, truth is your ultimate prison. Because in truth, you have no escape. That's it. It will only shine the light on you. The spotlight will be on you, and you will be the liar, the cheater. So you have nowhere to go. That's it. You're exposed. So truth, it will be your prison. If you are a person of truth, truth is your freedom. So you see, so for the person who's actually telling the truth or loves the truth, truth will be his liberty, his freedom. For someone like Abiy Ahmed and people who follow him, all the TPLF, all the, I will say Gallas, okay, I'm not gonna say Oromo, all the people who are Pente, or these other groups that claim to be a certain way and they're better and this, and they always say the Amharas are racist, they have made people suffer in Ethiopia, they oppressed people, marginalized people. Right? That's what they were saying. But look what they're doing. They're the ones who are killing Amharas, they're the ones who are derooting people, they're the ones who are killing and raping people based on race. Right? So if you look at this video and you say in my face that I am making hate speech and all that stuff, that's crap, because your actions speak loudly. And we live in an age with people have cell phones, cameras, videos, everything is just recorded, so it's not like it's not like before where someone has to write a book, you have to kill like 200 bugs, then work on the skin, and then make pages, and then finally write something. Now it takes ages to write and report what happened. But now we have cameras. You don't believe it? Here, I'll show it to you. This is just the way it is. So it's not the Amharas killing people, it's the Amharas being killed. So and you'll say, oh, but this is now, but before they used to do that. No, it's not true. Before, I have C.I.A. documents, you can check my other videos, where in C.I.A. documents in 1949, one particular one that I remember, it was, and it says Gallas, it doesn't say Oromo on the document. It says that the Gallas are attacking people. That's what it says. And they're doing roadside bombing, and their leader was Wako Gutu. Right? That's the person that Abiy Ahmed was praising in one of the videos. So this was a terrorist. He was a terrorist person, or engaged in terrorism. That's what we would call terrorists today. So, but that's how the OLF was established, by people like that. So the Oromo Liberation Front was actually established by someone like this, who was doing roadside bombing. So this is not a person of peace. This is a person who was collaborating with Somalians, with I forgot his name, the leader at the time, who was making war on Ethiopia at the time. So here's a Gallas being forming alliance with the enemy across the next country in order to make war on the king Haile Selassie at the time. That is reported by who? By the C.I.A. Wow, that means like this is 1949. 1949. Right now we're in 2022. Right? That's like almost 100 years ago. Right? Almost 100 years ago. It's what's that, around 50? I said 1949, so it's like 51 years plus 22. Yeah, so that's right up there. It's right up there, almost. So that's like one person's, maybe your grandfather's age, something like that. Yeah, that's what happened, and it's reported. And even at that time, this particular group was making war on Ethiopians. Okay, even if you disagree with me, okay, you have the right to disagree. I'm open for things like that. But let me take it this way, okay? Now, say you are 30 years old, okay? 30 years old. It doesn't matter the gender, women, men. You're watching this video, and up to now you have disagreed with me, okay? Um, but let me ask you this question. How many jobs do you have reported on your resume? So maybe the first time you came to America or to wherever you are, when you left Ethiopia, you had a job. Maybe you had a job even in Ethiopia, okay, doing something. Then you left the country, you came to wherever country you went to. And what did you become? If you went to an Arab country, maybe you became a maid, for this guy or this family, that family, whatever. If you went to Europe, maybe you went to school, or maybe you worked inside the school in a cafeteria or computer lab or something like that. Just to build up your resume, and to feed yourself, to have extra money, whatever. Maybe you worked in McDonald's, you never know. Maybe you did something, a small job. Maybe you had an internship somewhere, I'm just giving you the average Ethiopian way of, in the diaspora, how most of us end up growing in life. Then you move up. Some of them, they might have joined the US Army. That's one way. Some of the women become nurses, whatever the job. So why am I talking about this, you might think, or you might say. But by the time you are like 45, 50 years old, and you look back, you had maybe 15 jobs, 10 jobs, whatever. You had more than one job, for sure. Okay? Unless you are like a retard. You held more than one job. If you live in America, definitely you held more than one job. I don't think you are doing the same job you were doing when you first came to America. Unless, like I said, you're a retard. People improve in life, usually, Or if they don't want to, life will kick them out of their comfort zone, and they will be doing something else, So what's my point again? My point is that even you who disagree with me, right? You held many jobs. If your resume was in front of me right now, I will see more than one employer. And you're a regular person who disagrees with me. Yeah. But when we look at Abiy Ahmed's resume, we only see one employer. Yeah, that is the problem. Now I think you get my point. Abiy Ahmed's resume only shows TPLF. I mean, he joined the TPLF when he was like 15 years old. And from the time he was 15 to 45, he has been working for them all of his life. So he only knows one boss, right? And the minute the boss gives him the ultimate promotion, he goes against the boss. So what does that say about him? He's not loyal. He's not a loyal person. He's not a loyal person. He's a traitor. He's a sellout. That's what it is. So he sold out his country when he was 15 years old by fighting against Mengistu Haile. So he committed treason, by the way. That's treason. If you really look at it, a person who goes against his country has committed treason. If right now I'm an American, I'm an American citizen, and I fight against the US, I joined the army of Russia, right? I have committed treason. That's in court of law in the United States. I have committed treason. I belong in prison. Yeah, because I fought against my country, right? Well, Abiy Ahmed joined the Eritrean part of the TPLF and all. At the time, they were all one anyway. So he joined their side. So he was part of the guerrilla fighters against Mengistu Haile, who was the country's leader and the Ethiopian military was the Ethiopian military. So the Ethiopian military was not the enemy; they were the protector of Ethiopia. Now, I'm not saying that Mengistu Haile is a good leader or anything like that, but if we are consistent with what I'm saying, Mengistu Haile is the president of the country. Ethiopia had a military, legitimate military, not guerrilla fighters, military. And Abiy Ahmed joined not the national government's military. No, he fought on the side of the enemy. So he committed treason. That's what called. If you look up in the dictionary, what is treason? That's betraying your country and your people. That's what he did at 15 years old. And then he joined these people and he prospered under the. So it's like TPLF was holding Abiy with the tuto like this, and Abiy grew under the wings of TPLF, and then TPLF said, you know what, you're such a loyal person, we're gonna give you an opportunity to become prime minister. And the minute they give him this, he turns around and fuck him. That's what happened, right? And then all of a sudden, these idiots, they said, "Oh, tadammaranal." He's Moses, like Moses went to the Pharaoh and said, you know, free my people. No. I remember 4 years ago, I used to make videos opposing that, and people used to call me TPLF. Yeah. And I was right. And I was telling them, watch, you're gonna agree with me in a few years. And guess what? The very people who called me TPLF, you're Wayane and all that, now they're saying I'm right. They're not saying I'm right because they don't have the balls to admit that they were wrong. But they actually are saying now, Al-Tadammarnam, Abiy Ahmed is the enemy of Ethiopia. We're not supporting Abiy Ahmed anymore. Yeah, but when he first became prime minister, you can check my videos. Just click on my videos from 3 years ago, and you'll see that 3 years ago I was making videos, and people were commenting at the bottom and say, insulting me and stuff like that. Yeah, and I was saying, oh, you guys are wrong. This guy is no good. He couldn't be Moses because Moses, from the Bible, he was given the ultimate law, the laws of God, the Tabot. And a painte like Abiy Ahmed does not believe in the Tabot anyway, so he couldn't be Moses at any level. He's not a prophet. He is not chosen by God. He's not given the law. He's nothing. He's a counterfeit at every level. He's not even a good. He's not even loyal to the TPLF, who actually made him the man he is today. Yeah. So he is not to be trusted by anybody, really. He's out there for himself. In fact, they even gave him a Nobel Prize for peace, right? And guess what happened with that? They give him, as soon as they gave him the clearance to say that he's a good leader, he has united Ethiopia with Eritrea, blah blah blah. They even gave him money. As soon as they did that, what did they do? He turned around, he started a war. And that's it. So he even betrayed them too, because here's an organization. They gave him a recognition, and he went there and made a speech, whatever, that he saying how war is no good, peace is better, all the painting nonsense. Right? And then he turns around and now we're at war, and Amharas are suffering. if you remember, Amharas had a weapon that was confiscated by his by the government. Yeah. So he left. He actually made sure they didn't have weapons to defend themselves, that they could get killed by the Tigrayans. Yeah. So that's how despicable of a human being he is. I can't stand him. And then, okay, let me give you another one. Okay. He make a speech. Now, if you don't like me, right, for what I'm saying, let's agree with one thing on this one. Maybe this might get us to agree a little bit. Most Ethiopians who are proud to be Ethiopians, right? Most Amhara who are proud to be Amhara, they didn't want to be colonized by the Italians, right? You didn't want Italians to colonize you, yes? Okay. If we agree with that, and that's the pride of Ethiopianinat, yeah, as an Amhara, that would mean that your great-grandfather or your grandfather fought that war, right? So your great-grandfather or grandfather, made sure to fight this war so that you and I can live as Ethiopians and be proud of who we are as an Amhara. If you deny that, you're not an Ethiopian and you're not an Amhara either. So, but if you agree to that level, well, Abiy Ahmed came, and I have the video. You can go and check it. Abiy Ahmed says, ምንም እንኳን ጣሊያን ሊወረን ቢመጣም ከኛ ካሁን ካለነው የተሻለ እቅድ ነበረው አለ። What? We kicked the Italians. The Italians are our enemy. And here we have Abiy Ahmed saying that Italian had a better plan for us. It's crazy shit. That he's saying basically that your great-grandfather died for nothing. I'll tell you another thing. If Minilik II was alive today, Abiy Ahmed will be hanging from a tree. That I promise you.